Oh my goodness. And we can steal something as well. So, we've got 4. Let's steal the Rona. That's weird, isn't it? And then now we get to... Oh my goodness. That is freaking weird. That's weird. That's freaking weird. So if you steal the Rona, you can cast a card that they exiled with it. What? Hello there, hope everyone is doing well. If you haven't seen the channel before, then welcome. And today you've stumbled upon a very strange and interesting deck, might I add. And it is Mono Blue Kenrith. So that might sound a bit weird, but let's go over the general and we'll see what we've done here. So Kenrith normally has 5 different abilities. Red to give everything haste, green to put a counter on something, white to gain life, blue to draw, and black to reanimate. All the different costs. But today I'm just going to focus on the blue component, which I kind of think is the strongest ability, and that's to draw a card. So it's a challenge deck. Every spell in the deck is mono blue. There are rocks that can tap for different colours, but the entire point of the deck is to be able to cast Kenrith out and only use his draw a card ability. So that will be the challenge today. I will try my hardest to not use any of the other abilities, but we'll see how it goes, see how desperate we get, but I'll try my hardest. I can't promise anything. But yeah, the core of the deck is essentially a blue, I guess, more control-y ramp shell. There is a lot of removal in the deck. There's a few ways to steal. You got Tempted by the Auric, which can steal a creature, invoke the winds, and we're also using Confiscation Coup, which can steal something as well, and Mind Flayer, so that's going to be our edge. And don't forget, when our creatures like Mind Flayer or Torrential Gearhulk die, if we get desperate, you could potentially spend the black mana here to resurrect one of them, but I'll try to do that as little as possible. The mana base is Azorius because you want to be able to cast Kenrith as easy as you can because he is white, but as I said before, the entire component of the deck is mono blue. So essentially that's why I call it Mono Blue Kenrith. So let's see how this experiment goes. I've done a few test games so far which proved actually quite fun, quite powerful, and you might hit the algorithm at a different angle, which means you may be facing some different opponents. So if you want to build the deck yourself, the deck list will be in the description below. If you like what I've done here, please leave me a like and a sub, and check out my donations page if you fancy donating any amount. The description for that is also in the description box below. And if you want to buy any of these cards, obviously you can check out Magic Madhouse. The affiliate link is there as well. Let's get into some games. Oh my god, an actual deck that I've never seen anyone use. Thank you so much. Right, let's keep this. So Rona, Disciple of Gix. When it comes in, you may exile a historic card from your graveyard, and you may cast spells from among cards exiled with Rona. Very cool ability. This was from Dominaria, the first set to really push legendaries to the maximum. You can blame this set for the thousands of commanders that you've recently seen come out, because Wizards realised that people like legends. We get it, legends are cool, but please Wizards, just stop making so many. It's ridiculous now. Looking through the spoilers of Commander Legends Baldur's Gate, there must have been about 60 million cards, and it was just tiring to look at how many there are. There are just so many. And it's a discard build, quick. And that's why we're seeing it here. Yikes. Okay, we'll get rid of the Consuming Tide here. This sucks. This really sucks. Okay, so we're going to go for this. And I think we'll give it the Ledger Shredder. I hope it just isn't discard, because that does take away some of the respect I had for Rona. Rona, that's funny. That's a nickname for coronavirus. Oof, is that demonetization? Saying coronavirus? Who knows? Wizards got rid of one of their cards that had Corona on it. Don't know if you know. There was a Godzilla card printed in Ikoria, and I think it was called something like Mega Godzilla Death Corona Man. And Yeah, they literally had to change the name of it because for some reason people were getting upset about a card name. But no, Rona's fine. You can call it Rona. Ether Spell Bomb. Okay, okay. So what do? Let's draw some cards. And so if we go for the Clone Crafter, I don't mind using the treasure here. That's fine. And I don't mind them bouncing it because we just get something else. They're going to counter... No, they can't counter this. They've just never seen the card. And if they have seen the card, then what are they doing? I like... Well, I say I like... Oof, Thassa. Oh no, wait, it just makes the thing, doesn't it? Okay, so yeah, we'll leave the tap land. Thassa's awesome. Thassa with Clone Crafter. If we can get this off, every turn we get a creature. So we just got a clone. So we just cloned the Thassa from the deck. So they're an ETB deck as well. That's just curious. I guess it flickers the Rona, right?
Good luck with your little
we shall discard the contentious plan. I just like to hit the land drops. But sorry, before I was interrupted, I was saying how amusing it was that a clone crafter doesn't even know what they're cloning. It's kind of weird, right? So the flavour is this guy is cloning random creatures. So that's the flavour. But isn't the whole idea of cloning, you know what you're cloning? That's funny. So I don't know if they're going to have any more discard effects, but let's just swing in with the Clone Crafter here. Oh, this is actually really accidentally delightful, this whole Thassa. It's not our Thassa, remember. It's their Thassa. And we get another creature. Murderous Rider. That we can cast for 3 generic. That's just beautiful. So they do go for Rona. We can kill it. Although if they go for Rona, they can exile the Davriel and recast it. That's pretty mean. Seems like a good card late game when no one has any removal left. She can give you a lot of advantage. Paying 4 to exile something else. Yeah, I can see how this is good in one-on-one. When this first came out in Commander, I was a bit skeptical because I feel like it's a bit slow. Especially if you don't have anything in your graveyard, but I feel like in one-on-one this kind of shines a bit more. Plus the artwork is so cool. I love just the lighting and the subtlety of it. So here she comes. So she chooses to exile the Davriel. Let's try and kill her in response. And obviously, if they do cast this, I'm not that bothered to lose the unexplained disappearance. Interesting. So they're going to flicker her. Okay. So what just happened? Wait, what just... They lost the Davriel. So they permanently lost the Davriel. That's brilliant. Okay. So, let's go for the island. Let's give them a reason to bounce the Kenrith instead of the Clone Crafter. Go to the end step. So this is going to essentially be a battle of attrition. So they could just bounce it with the Ether Spell Bomb here. I mean, I guess it wastes their utility. Okay, that's fine. So some of you out there might be shouting, Josh, you should have given them haste and attacked. Yes, I understand. But remember, trying to keep my integrity. So if they bounce Rona back to their hand, they can just keep recasting the Ether Spell Bomb. That's actually mega irritating. 4 cards in hand. Yikes. Phyrexian Scriptures. Okay. So, they don't care about losing their guy. Okay, fine. Let's just bounce it back to the hand then. Severe that to the bin. Now, notice how there wasn't any response when I did that. So, does that mean they don't have any interaction? Could be. We could resurrect something, although that would be losing integrity. Remember, we're trying to keep blue here. Trying to be a mono blue deck, guys. Think of all the pain I go through. Think of all the pain. I do this for the fans. Ooh, Mirror Maid. So next turn we lose. Well, everything's going to die, so we might as well just swing in. Okay, wise move. They're going to block. And I mean, these guys are going to die. Pardon me. Yeah, that's... Okay, let's just draw a card. See what we get. Ooh, key to the archive. Definitely go for this. Am I bothered about any of these? I don't think so. I think I prefer having these. Also, Mirror Maid on this is epic. I guess we might as well flicker the Kenrith. They're both going to die anyway. That's fine. So, when they go for this Behold the Unspeakable, we could copy it, which could be fun. Because then we eventually get to draw 2 cards as well. Junji. Junji Ito. If you guys haven't ever seen Junji Ito's manga, check it out. It's amazing horror. If you're into horror manga. Not sure if that's why they named this dragon, but would be a cool reason. So, right, let's go for Clone Crafter first, see what we get. Narfi? Oh, that's not very good, is it? Right, let's go for the... Let's copy the... Yeah, let's copy the key. Doomblade. Go for the counter spell, I suppose. We'll get rid of the Narfi. Sadly, we can't actually cast a Narfi because we don't have any snow, but... Flicker the Clone Crafter. Honestly, this Thassa, this accidental Thassa, is just proving to be incredibly valuable. What the flip? As if we got that back. That is very weird. Nothing in the graveyard. Actually, that's a really good point. They just exiled all the graveyards. But... So that means Junji's only going to really make us discard 2 cards. Not even bothered about that, really. Behold. Let's just counter that. And then if they go for the Rona, the Corona, we can just kill it before they can cast the spell. We can even tap the Junji. This is crazy. This Thassa is crazy. Honestly. Oh my goodness. And we can steal something as well. So, we've got 4. Let's steal the Rona. That's weird, isn't it? And then now we get to... Oh my goodness. That is freaking weird. That's weird. That's freaking weird. So if you steal the Rona, you can cast a card that they exiled with it. What? And our Thassa's online? This is ridiculous now. Wow. Well, I learn something new every day, so now we can flicker something and then it returns that card to the battlefield under your control. But I think for now we'll just do the Clone Crafter so we get another card in hand. That's crazy. What the... Wait, how... Oh. A random creature. So they've only got one... Have they only got one creature in the whole deck? Wait, how do we keep getting Murderous Rider? That's really peculiar. That was very weird. I'll take that win. We go first against Tovolar, Die Overlord, and they are a werewolf build. There's not much more to say about this. Werewolf Tribal, punchy punchy, draw cards. It's a very good general, actually. I do enjoy the deck. I have used it. Made the deck last year on the channel. Give it a watch if you enjoy werewolves. You might like it. So, starting hand is fine. We've got mana and things to do. Let's bounce this to their hands. Because we can. Okay, and get some ramp out. We'll go for the midnight clock first, because once this gets to 12 counters, we get to refresh our hand, which is wonderful, lovely, and sublime. Reckless Storm's Seeker. So here we go with the old Hastage. Pretty good card as well, similar to my build. So do they have kill spot? Let's get the Kenrith out and see if they do. Being red and green, they probably struggle dealing 5 damage, but let's see, they could have a combination of fight mechanics, maybe some death touch. Okay. So they only have colourless open. They're attacking in with the red. So yeah, no blocks, because they have a shock or a lightning bolt. And they're now upset that I didn't block, but why would you? So now we can do all sorts of stuff. 6 mana open. We can... What can we do? This haste is pretty irritating. Yeah, I'm going to pass a turn. I like to be flexible. In the game, of course. In real life, I'm not quite as flexible as Kenrith is. If you do like Kenrith, by the way, I did make a Lord of the Rings themed deck using him previously, so maybe you'll enjoy that. So here, I'm going to disrupt them by exiling the Tovolar. They get 4/4 instead, but meh. I'd rather that than what they currently have. And what do? They swing in with both, and again they've got the lightning bolt, haven't they? They've got a freaking lightning bolt, I guarantee it. So, no blocks. Take 7. And then we will draw a card. Keep the integrity high. Oh, Reverse Rebuke. Oh, that's nice. I think that slows them down quite a bit. Oh, beautiful. And another creature. That's really good to see. Yep, let's rebuke them here. And sometimes we need his rebuke. Delightful. Opponent goes first with a Queza, Augur of Agonies, probably combo deck, let's face it. And man, I've been going second a lot today. Let's come look at this. Marginally better. Yep, some days you just have bad days where you not only keep facing the most powerful decks despite yours being underpowered, but also going second, which is just not very nice. Not very nice at all. Nothing you can really do about it either. Go for the Confounding Conundrum, which is pretty useless against Esper. But you may have seen in my previous videos where this defeated an Azusa deck just by playing this, so nice to have. Let's start with the Rep Ring. Gives us a bit of ramp. So they're missing... Okay, so I've just played Blue Source, so they should be good to go. Queza's coming out early, okay. So can they win in the next turn? Hope not. 4 mana, let's go for Key to the Archive. Demonic Tutor, fantastic. So I'm happy to discard. Yeah, we'll get rid of a Geist Wave, I think. Wow, and that's a really low flying plane above me, so apologies if you can hear the rumbling of that. Maybe Amazon dropping off a parcel in their new mega drones. So search for Scanter. Looks like they're obviously digging for something. They've only got white and black up though. So let's give the Frog a fire first, see if we can turn it offline. That's going to be useful. And Demonic Tutor. So we can literally go for anything we wanted here. Two, three. You know what? Because it's a bit of fun, let's go for the Chaos one. I do like this card. Obviously they can destroy it in their colours, but it's a nice way to protect your own stuff by using your opponent's spells, but it also takes some of the limelight off the key to the archive too. They could just have a card that says destroy all artifacts and enchantments. There's a few of those. But you have to play as normal, otherwise you'll never do anything really, would you? The idea in 1 vs 1 is to be aggressive. Because being, I mean, I guess you can win with a Turbo Fog style deck, infinite turns or something, if you're in the mood. So the fact they've played the Seagate Reborn. Okay, so I'm going to bounce 2 things to my hand. Ooh, that's a lot of mana they just stopped. Okay. Yeah, let's go for the Chaos Wand. And it's online as well, so happily pass. So my only tip with Chaos Wand is I would use it in response. Well, let's say you're playing a blue player, which we are here. Whenever they cast a spell, I would go for the Chaos Wand, because if you hit a counter, then you can counter their spell. Otherwise, it feels super bad if you get a counter spell on a field like this. Obviously, if they don't do anything, then do it end of turn, because you might hit a board wipe or something. But yeah, damn, these knights are going to finish us off in no time. Kaya, let's activate the wand. Of course, the irony is here that they could just exile the wand if Kaya resolves. Okay, we'll go for the Tainted Indulgence. Discard a card. We'll go with the Casimir's Transmutation, I think. The Mass Manip can even steal the Kaya, which would be pretty good.
Time to focus. I got a job to do.
If they go... Are they going to be greedy? No, they're going to get rid of the wand. Okay.
And stay gone.
Interesting. So if we steal the Kaya, it's just going to get killed by the knights. So... let's go for the key to the archive. See what we get here. Well, Time Warp's always a good choice, isn't it? And get rid of the Raven form. And pretty bad sequencing, because we could have got a draftable card with the Tireless Angler, but... why are they holding... okay. They hold priority on an Arcane Signet, which is always interesting. Surely everyone knows what the card is, but... Swords to Plowshares. Okay. That does mean that our Kenrith is saved from the swords. So the Kaya will probably tick up on the Queza or something. So if this were to die, it would go back to their hand instead. Phyrexian Arena, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to have enough to steal a couple of the things here. Ah, interesting. So because of the Companion Conundrum, they actually had to return a hand? The card land to the hand. Okay. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So pay 3. Do they have a counterspell? It doesn't look like it. And yeah, I'm just going to use this now to get out of the arena.
I'm gone for now. I quit. But not forever.
Don't want them to keep drawing.
When I say go, you go.
So they couldn't have flipped that yet, which is fine. Elspeth conquers death. Okay, what are they going to go for here? The key or the rep ring? Going for the rep ring. Sure thing. And they'd rather block. Oh, I guess, yeah, it does make sense, to be fair. So, go for Kenrith. And then go to combat. So they do block. Cool. So that will go back to their hand, which is fine. And then we can just time warp ourselves, get an extra turn here, unless they counter it. Okay. So let's just swing it again. See how much damage we can deal here. Fine. So because of my solidarity, I'm gonna try not to use any of these abilities unless it becomes absolutely necessary. See what we can play with the reality chip. Put this onto one of the knights, and we can even cast the ethereal grasp in their turn. So yeah, happy to pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even with this ECD trigger, we can still cast the ethereal grasp. Worst case scenario here, oof, an Ugin. Okay, it's pretty good. Because even if we do kill the Ugin, feed the swarm. Okay, let's just draw a card. Interesting, they chose to feed the swarm and be greedy with the Ugin. Okay.
Truth lies beyond
Play the land.
vision.
Can we deal enough damage to their stuff? Six, 7. Okay, I'm trying really hard to not use the haste here. Yeah, the optimum thing is to go for Kenrith though, unfortunately. Okay, unfortunately we're gonna break some of the rules in order to actually do some things here because the opponent's not playing ball. So let's go in. We'll leave this guy back. So yeah, using the haste there. Okay, fine. Not sure what to say about that one. I feel a bit bad for using the red mana, but hell, opponents don't care if I'm using a meme deck or not. So, you know, sometimes we're gonna have to use all our outs. Okay, so we're in the Kenrith mirror match. I wonder if they're playing with any unusual stipulations. Well, we're gonna have to find out, aren't we? Certainly is. Okay, so they're playing green, so are they on a green build? Who knows? Probably not, let's face it. Let's scry land to the top. We do need more of those. And we do see one, which is fantastic. Probably go for the Tireless Angler on next turn. So obviously we are playing at a huge disadvantage against another Kenrith deck, because they're going to probably have access to all of the colours, whereas we're trying to hinder ourselves by only using one, unless absolutely desperate. So they've got Sultai, Skyclave Relic, okay. Hugin's good against their Kenrith. Which one? Go for the crab, I suppose. Probably going to discard it, to be perfectly honest. So many options. Go for the Time Warp, as it's blue. And then... Okay. Maybe we should scry land to the top, see if we get one here. 6. We could go for So if they go for Kenrith, we go for Ugin, and we just kill the Kenrith to get him out of the way. I don't know what build they're going to have. Witness the future. Shuffle 4 cards into their library. Look at the top 4. Put 1 into your hand. Oh, it's a shrine build. Kenrith shrines. Interesting. Okay. Oh, actually. I'd rather have a land. Ugin does make it cheaper, but I'd rather have a land. Goshen Tai. Sure thing. Still going to kill that, because it's a shrine after all. Any 1-drops here? Yeah, Rune Crab's fine. It's definitely playable. And also, yeah, it's good to leave the crab up just because we can double block the Kenrith if they choose to attack in to Ugin. Well, yeah, so they can do that. Although saying that, only the Skyclave relic is keeping them white mana at the moment, so this is actually really important to them. Oh, they've got a Casualties of War. Brutal. They are absolutely jizzing themselves doing that. Brutal. Okay, so mill their shrines. So now we can't cast Kenrith. 4, 5. I guess we'll try the better offer here. See if we get anything good. We'll probably get a shrine, let's face it. Llanowar Elves. Okay. Man, they always have Casualties of War, don't they? Every single 5-colour deck you face on Arena. Casualties of Sodden War. Although we do have a Frogify. So they go for Kenrith. Oh no, they're gonna search for any card. Okay. Any card. Yeah, that Casualties really hit us hard. Really did. Sailor of Means. Okay. Let's draw a card with the Maze Mine here. Strange how we haven't in any of our dual lands. We have quite a few. Speak of the Devil, that's kind of weird. Imagine we were to win by milling. It'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? So I don't really want to go for... Yeah, we'll go for Sailor Means first. Just a random way to ramp in the deck. And then we'll swing in for 4. Okay. So we have to be careful of the 5-mana shrine, because that can fetch shrines from anywhere else. Which they literally just played. Right. Okay. So, unfortunately, the milling aspect doesn't really help here, but... So let's get the Kenrith out. And... Oh, it's so tempting to do that, isn't it? How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's just do it. We have to. Surprisingly good, the haste. The opponent's deck is fully powered, so I'm going there. I'm going there. Swinging in. Right. So they've obviously got their own Kenrith, so they can gain life as well. I do wonder what the best shrine is in this case. So this is the life gain shrine. Surely not another Meat Hook Massacre. Wow. That's not a shrine. Just saying. That ain't a shrine. Well, it looks like Whelming Wave is pretty useless. We've probably lost this one now, guys. Yeah, the fact that they can just... Okay, so now they can discard our whole hand. All their enchantments have Shroud. Wait, what did that... When did this trigger? Beginning of upkeep, you may search. And this is... Oh, that's also an upkeep trigger. Right, okay. Fine. Okay, let's see what we got. So we've got a time warp. Frogify. Yeah, the fact they've gained like so much life as well. Kind of crazy. Yeah, I've kind of given up all hope here, but you know, if we get another card here, that's ooh, Jingataxius. What can they do though? I mean, it's a pretty good top deck to be fair. But can they not just find some kind of removal shrine? So this trick is on upkeep. Sure. So if we got an extra turn spell now, it would be pretty good. But we've already used our only one, I think. Any of these spells would be great having 2 copies of. Although we can draw a card with Kenrith. So we'll see. Looks like they're getting a bit desperate, but they've got so many things. Raven form. So let's draw a card first. We can't keep up with their life gain. Geist Wave. Okay, let's... I guess we'll attack in. We're at 14, right, so don't forget, we get 2 of one thing. So Geist Wave can return a non-permanent. So... okay, maybe this could be good. So return the Sterling Grove to the hand. We get a copy of it. And then, yeah, because it's the way it works is it's got Shroud everywhere. So we can't go for the Sanctum. We can go for the Relic, I suppose, but then they can just recast it, can't they? I suppose it does slow them down a tad. And then we might as well just foretell this. Well, it's certainly an interesting game. Oh, the old Sanctum of Stonefangs drawing 100,000 cards technique. Yes, classic technique. What would be good? Binding. They got the binding, guys. Just finish me off then. Just finish me off. I'm bored. The old Shrinos. Nothing I can do, is there? What could anyone do against this? Play more colours, I suppose. Let's draw a card. And if it ain't good, I'm just going to concede. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure most people at this point would concede. They've got the Sanctum of All and all the shrines they need. That's game. Cool. Moving on to the next one. Okay, we go first against Feather. And this actually, it's a risky hand, but if we can get the Ethereal Grasp onto the Feather, it does mean they'll probably never ever be able to attack with it again, which is kind of cool. So let's draw a card here just to see if we can hit a land. And we do, which is nice. It is tapped, but it should be okay. Wonderful. So... yeah, we go for the Skybridge here. That means we have access to white and 4 mana in the following turn. So they go for Feather. Oh, Dreadhorde Arcanist. Right, interesting. So, okay. Let's go for Better Offer. We get to steal a creature from their deck, put it into play, which is kind of funky. Hopefully they have something we can utilise. Tithe Taker. Oh, okay. It's pretty good. We get 2 uses out of this. Do they have land destruction? Because they just looked at our lands. They only have 1 red. And triple white. I'm sure that won't matter. Velk Mirror. That's interesting. That's very interesting indeed. So it's going to make all of our stuff cost 1 more to target. We could get a copy of Velk Mirror as well, which would be pretty funny, wouldn't it? Why not? Let's do it. We can swing in as well. How do they like having a Velk Mirror? If only it said targeting their own stuff as well costs 1 more. That would be awesome. Okay, so they've got 2 mana up. Right. Let's go for the key to the archive. Let's try and get a board wipe or something. I mean, approach is pretty cheeky, actually. Let's go for that. And we'll pass the turn here. Dreadhorde Arcanist is an unusual addition to the deck, only because this cares about graveyards. But if you're going to constantly target Feather with things, then they'll just go back to your hand anyway. So, curious. Maybe we go for the Flood of Tears, but we don't have 4 things out. So let's go for the Hedron Archive. This does mean we get lots of mana later on. And Kenrith, I suppose. How much mana do they really have to kill our Kenrith? Obviously, they could have something like Swords to Plowshares, but does that really fit in a Feather deck? I mean, potentially. It just doesn't target their own guys, and that I feel as though a Feather deck wants... Okay, so going to give it protection. Right, so this is a really good blocker versus Kenrith now. Oh, sorry, against a Tithe Taker. Yeah, this is annoying. They keep looking at all of our permanents and our graveyard, so... kind of confused. What have they got that really matters about our... that really does anything to our graveyard? Gideon, right.
May the gods bless us in our righteous cause. Your light will cleave the darkness.
That's 2 damage. We can do this all day, said someone famous once. Let's start with the approach. That buys us a lot of turns. It's pretty funny. Approach. There you have it. If you've had fun watching this video, don't forget to leave me a like and a sub, and to check out my Ko-fi donations page, where you can donate as little or as much as you want. And check out some more videos to keep watching.